Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns. Welcome to 333 Magic 9, where the tarot cards and the astrology stars come together to help you. 2023 has some days of power and days of challenge that you have to know about because they may affect your love, your money, or your career. So be prepared. I hope you will like this video and also press the little bell for notifications when my new videos come out. The tarot card for the first quarter is Justice. She sits on her throne and holds a sword in her hand, which can cut both ways. The scales she holds are perfectly balanced. Justice will be done. The card for the second quarter is the King of Wands. He is a powerful man of action. He has position and strength. This is a good time for a new adventure. The tarot card for the third quarter is the Five of Wands. A group of young men are sparring. It suggests obstacles and competition. But to win the game, you must master the game. The tarot card for the fourth quarter is the Nine of Pentacles. A successful woman stands in a lush garden. She holds a falcon. This is a good time to enjoy all the good things in life you deserve. Scorpio, the tarot card for the first quarter is Justice. Justice is the card of ultimate balance. The sword in her hand has the potential of cutting both ways. The scales are in perfect balance, suggesting a positive flow between the past and the future. As we stand on this precipice, we can see there are needed changes that should be made, but we can also see that some would pervert justice and turn the system to their advantage. So may true justice be done. Now, as we look into the astrology, the year begins with 4 planets in Capricorn in your third house. Now, this is a great time to look at what you need to change in your environment and your approach to learning and communications. Mars will go direct in your 8th house, energizing your sensuality and your joint investment activities. But be careful with money, because Mercury will also go direct on the 18th, and that's going to help you to be careful in communications, travel, and finding the information that you need. Then Venus conjunct Saturn on the 24th, so take security issues carefully and seriously. Then in February, Jupiter moves forward in your 6th house, and this brings opportunities to improve your work environment and maybe even get a new job. Venus will be in your 5th conjunct Neptune mid-month, and the Sun will also conjunct Saturn on the same day. So this is an important time for a serious look at romantic and creative activities. We go into March, it may bring an opportunity to make positive changes at work and in your daily routines, as Venus will conjunct Jupiter in your 6th house, and you may be able to expand your success with partners. So Saturn will enter Pisces in your 5th house for the first time in 30 years. Now, this will force you to make changes in how you handle children, creative projects, and your romantic partners. So you must be willing to be more aware of what other people need, just not your own. And then Pluto will enter Aquarius, and that hints at changes in your approach to creating a real personal sense of security. As we move into the second quarter, the card is the King of Wands. He sits on a powerful throne and looks ready for action. This is a creative energy that represents a need to follow your vision and goals. Find a new opportunity, for you have the energy and ability to take it on. Use the power of positive thinking to help achieve success. This is an excellent card for problem solving and asserting your inner power. You may take a chance or make a new investment. Now, as we look into the second quarter, April begins with Venus conjunct Uranus in your seventh house and Mars trine Saturn at the same time. So this is a great combination of energy. It can bring opportunities for excitement in business and personal relationships. And Jupiter will conjunct the Sun on the 11th in the sixth house, and this makes you feel that luck may come through a new approach to work. So share your successes. But there is a total solar eclipse on the 20th, and that warns you to slow down as your co-workers may not understand your attitudes. As we move into May, it starts with a powerful full moon building, which warns you to stay out of emotional conflicts, especially with your partners. You may not understand how they are feeling. You communicate with greater clarity after the 14th, as Mercury will go direct in your seventh house, and that's the house of partnership, and Jupiter enters Taurus also in your seventh house on the 18th. So new opportunities may appear, so you can prove your ideas will work. As we go into June, it also starts with a full moon, which can bring opportunities for money deals. But be careful on the 5th when Mercury conjuncts Uranus and brings unstable energy into the area of relationships. Add to this Saturn going retrograde in your 5th house, which asks you to take time to adjust your creative and romantic plans. And then Pluto will return to your 3rd house, asking you to review how you analyze and use information so you can communicate more effectively. The tarot card for the 3rd quarter is the Five of Wands. It shows a number of men sparring with each other. This may not represent an actual battle, but rather a practice session. It represents there may be a competitive situation or some type of obstacle in the way to your success. You may have to make some adjustments so you can meet the challenges of life. If you're willing to learn, you may yet win the game. Now, as we look down into the astrology, July begins with a full moon and Mercury conjunct the Sun up in your 9th house. So you have to separate feelings and logic, or there will be tension between your understanding and the beliefs of others. So you need to balance that out. Neptune begins the month retrograde in your 5th house. So reconsider how you handle romance and creative projects. Control your critical assessment of associates when Mars up in the 11th house opposes Saturn on the 21st. Then Venus goes retrograde in your 10th house on the 22nd, asking you to reconsider how your career successes align with your personal goals. Now, as we move to August, a full moon in your 4th house squares Jupiter and suggests you may be too emotional in relationships. And Mercury goes retrograde on the 23rd, so don't take out your criticism on friends. And be ready to change your approach to relationships as Uranus will go retrograde on the 28th in your 7th house of partners. Now, as we move into September, the full moon light on the 1st in your 5th house suggests you need to balance your personal and your social involvements. And Mercury is still retrograde in the 11th, so try to overcome any disagreements that you have with friends. And then Venus will go direct on the 4th in the 10th house, giving you a signal to find some new career opportunities. And Jupiter will go retrograde on the same day in the 7th house of partners. So some confusion will be in the air, but that may clean up after the 15th as Mercury will go direct in your 11th house of associates. Now, as we look into the fourth quarter, the tarot card is the Nine of Pentacles. This card shows a woman standing alone in a lush garden. She is well dressed and there's a falcon on her hand. She represents a sense of accomplishment and security. She may also signify the ability to attract the good things in life. This is a positive card that suggests good things may be coming your way, so make sure you treat them with respect. Now, as we look into the astrology, October begins with confusion in the air and a sense of conflict as Mercury will oppose Neptune in the fifth house, warning you to focus yourself on creative projects and be careful in romance. Mars in your 12th house makes three major aspects which warn you to control friction with any unfulfilled desires. And then the Sun in the first house will also make three major aspects mid-month, asking you to be aware of your need to express yourself and how you do that. As the month ends, Pluto in the third house goes direct, and that changes the way you need to communicate and use information. And Mars ends the month, asks you to be aware that your personal expression may make some of your partners a little unhappy, so be careful with the way you say things. Neptune will start with three powerful oppositions, pitting your need for self-expression against the need of other people. So you're going to have to negotiate perhaps a little more, so you need to balance your needs and their needs out. And Mars in the second will be very, very active, and he will have you focus on financial issues because both the Sun and Mars will square Saturn in the fifth house. So you have to watch out how much money you're spending because this is the house of pleasure and romance, so you may be overdoing it a little bit. And December has 5 Venus aspects that point to needing self-control leading up to the holidays, so don't forget to budget wisely. And then the month ends with both Venus and Mars in the second house, asking you to focus on your budget, to focus on saving, and to find ways to make more money, pay off the bills. Hi, I'm Reverend Tom Kearns, and this is my story. If you are a spiritual seeker, it may help you on your journey. I believe your spiritual development is as important as your religion. If you look at Christianity, it focuses on the life of Jesus. But Jesus was never a Christian. He was Jewish. If this thought intrigues you, you'll enjoy my new book, Light from Water, Freeing Jesus. It's available on Amazon.com and through fine bookstores. And it may help you on your spiritual journey. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like this video, subscribe, and ring the little bell to be notified when new videos come out. And if you'd like to arrange a private psychic and spiritual reading with astrology, just go to my website, internetpsychicreadings.com or professorastrology.com.